What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be previewing the Southampton home game at the Etihad Stadium in the Carabao Cup. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the football content and Manchester City content, make sure you help support my channel by pressing that red button, subscribing, and also don't forget, press the bell, put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I have uploaded, so you can stay in the loop with everything happening with football and Manchester City news. Don't forget, you can go check out my social media links too if you want to go and check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Links to them in description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on there. You can do that, that'd be much appreciated. Don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below for your score and team prediction for this game, and also leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to be talking about the game in the Carabao Cup, 4th round on Tuesday, October 29th, 7:45 GMT. We're into GMT now, not British Summer Time, but BST. It's now GMT. Kickoff time. Manchester City in the last round beat Preston North End away from home at Deepdale 3-0. Southampton, they were in the second round. They beat Fulham away 1-0 before beating Portsmouth away 4-0 in the third round, which coincidentally happens to be Southampton's last win that they managed to accumulate in a good local derby victory. So yeah, a nice little distraction for Southampton. They lost 9-0 in their last Premier League game against Leicester City at home, so I'm expecting them to make lots of changes, and it wouldn't surprise me. At some point, we've got Southampton in a double header, both at the Etihad Stadium in the League Cup and in the Premier League. It wouldn't surprise me at some point if Southampton's manager ends up getting sacked or ends up resigning or something along them lines. So we're just going to have to play it by ear and see how it goes. At this moment in time of me recording this video on the Sunday, nothing has happened as of yet. Southampton are struggling in the relegation zone. I think they're sitting in 18th place at this moment in time of me recording this video. They're under no pressure in this game. Southampton, I imagine they'll probably want a cup run at this moment in time, just so they can have something to distract them from how badly the Premier League is going, and the last result against Leicester and losing 9-0. They're going to be shot of confidence. They're going to make lots of changes. To be fair, the players that started against Leicester don't really deserve to be starting in this game or in the Premier League match, to be fair, but you have to wait and see what happens in this Carabao Cup match first. But it's a horrible game for Southampton in terms of playing Manchester City away. The last thing you want when you've lost 9-0 at home is to go away from home against the current champions and the back-to-back Premier League champions and the back-to-back League Cup champions too, and then the League Cup going to play Manchester City on their own backyard. But because they're under no pressure and no one's expecting anything of them, the only way is up, and so they're not under any pressure, and it's kind of a win-win situation here. They're either going to go out and they can concentrate on the league, or they could put up a strong fight and put Manchester City under pressure and manage to achieve the impossible and knock Manchester City out, which means it could be a pivotal moment, and use that as confidence going forward. We'll have to wait and see. It's a horrible game, but it's also a nice game for Southampton, if you get where I'm coming from. Now, in terms of the team and what to expect from Southampton, we could see Che Adams, the former Birmingham City striker, starting, possibly. He's a quick player who could cause Manchester City problems, particularly with balls over the top. Could we see Boufal start? Could we see Long start? There's lots of pace for them to work with. Surely Angus Gunn isn't going to be starting, the former Manchester City man, conceding 9 in his last game in the Premier League. So I imagine maybe we might see McCarthy start instead. Ryan Bertrand, he's suspended after being sent off in the last game against Leicester. So I'm wondering if we might see Redmond start somewhere. I know Pep likes Nathan Redmond, so we might see him start. I imagine Southampton are going to go with lots of pace up top and defend deep in numbers is what they'll look for. They'll look to try and keep this as close as possible. I mean, what's a good result? I'd love to know Southampton fans' opinions of this, but keeping the score low and only losing 1-0 or 2-0 or like a 2-1 or something would give them confidence going forward into the coming Premier League games. And so, to me, that would probably be a good result for them. But to me, with the players Southampton's got, they should be doing a lot better than what they are and what we're talking about at this moment in time. But that's just how it is at this moment in time. It doesn't mean it's going to be like that forever. One thing I will say, after losing 9-0, I imagine everyone will want to play again. I'm talking to players here, will want to play again just to try and rectify that and do something decent. Last thing they'll want, though, is a game against Manchester City, because if there is a team out there that could put more than 9 in, you're talking Liverpool and Manchester City, so the last teams they want to be playing is them, and they have got us, albeit City will be making lots of changes in this game, so I highly doubt it's going to be as high as 9, but I don't know how Southampton's going to approach this game. I imagine they're going to be very, very, very defensive and look to keep this score as low as possible. Like a 2-0 or a 3-0 isn't as bad as losing 9-0. They can accept that and move that on with confidence into the weekend's game against us again at the Etihad Stadium in the Premier League, where City will, I imagine, have a lot stronger team out for them. So what does Southampton do? I don't know. For Manchester City, Fernandinho got sent off stupidly, so he is suspended for this game. Rodri injured, Laporte injured, Zinchenko too, and Leroy Sané too. Lots of numbers at the back injured. So yeah, I expect plenty of changes from Manchester City. I expect to see at least a couple of younger players for City. Whether that's on the bench or whether that's starting, I do not know. But I expect all the substitutions that were on the bench in the last game that we played against Aston Villa to be starting in this game. No real pressure for us in this game, really. I mean, we know City want the Champions League. We know City take the Premier League very seriously. And I know we're the back-to-back champions of the League Cup, and City will want to win and do well. And Pep likes to win everything. Trust me, he does. He's a winner. But if we lose this game, like, I'm not going to lose sleep if we lose this game. I'm be more concerned about the match on Saturday. That, to me, is, you know, the moment that Manchester City, we need to just be winning in every Premier League game and trying to put as much pressure at the top as possible on Liverpool. So, to me, that's where the focus is going to be. Like, if we lose this game, I'm not going to lose any sleep. I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to lose any sleep. I'll have a lot more of a torrid time if we lose on Saturday. So, yeah. Do I think we'll lose? No. I think this will finish 3-0 to Manchester City. Like I said, I think Southampton will be nice and tight, nice and defensive, and try and keep this score as low as possible, which suits Man City's attacking style. We'll be looking, obviously, to try and break down Southampton as early as possible and get the goals rolling. That's what Manchester City like to do. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time that we've smacked teams in the League Cup. You know, that's just how it is. Remember, if this was finish a draw after 90 minutes, straight to penalties, no extra time. So that is good. City will do plenty of rotation. Got Premier League games, Champions League games coming up. Big game against Liverpool in a couple of weeks' time too. They'll be thinking long term, so expect changes. Pop up my team prediction now for you. Gone for Bravo in net. Gone for Walker at right back, Angelino at left back. Surely Angelino has to be started in this game. Surely? Yeah. I was going to put John Stones and Nicolas Otamendi. It wouldn't surprise me if we did go with them. It's just, we've got a young player, Eric Garcia, featured on the bench a few times, played in the last Carabao Cup game. I thought, why not utilise him here? Lack of numbers, Fernandinho currently suspended. Last thing we need is an injury to John Stones or Otamendi, so why not utilise Garcia? It wouldn't surprise me if we even went with Harwood-Bellis and Garcia again. Both of them look comfortable against Preston, but Preston, a Championship side, they're not Southampton, Premier League side, a team that's just been smacked and under no pressure and probably wanting to send out a statement. So what will we go with? I've gone for a little bit of youth, a little bit of experience. Why not? Gone for Gundogan to sit in the holding role, done it very well. Not really got any numbers. I thought this might have been the game where we might have seen possibly Fernandinho featuring, but he's suspended. I mean, yeah, so there's that. So Gundogan did very well in a match against Aston Villa in that role. I'd play him in that again. Gone with Phil Foden and David Silva. Phil Foden almost certain will definitely start in this game, but we've got a lack of midfield numbers. I mean, surely De Bruyne is not going to start in this game, is he? I mean, put these players on the bench if we need to. Gone with Mahrez, Raheem Sterling and Sergio Aguero up front. Like I said, might be seeing some young players. Which young players? I mean, it's almost certain that we may well see Harwood-Bellis. I mean, we've seen him previously, but Ian Poveda we might see. Tommy Doyle, Claudio Gomez, Benjamin Gar. Might see a couple of these players also featuring for Manchester City. Like I said, City might want to rest some players, give them a full week's rest going into the next Premier League game against Southampton, thinking about the Champions League game away against Atalanta, and then that Liverpool game just looking further ahead towards the next international break. Premier League's just like the season's just broken down into parts, so you start looking from one international break to the next. Got off to a good start during this from the last international break, wanting to keep that momentum going. So there we go. That has been the preview. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you slap a like on this video so I know that you enjoyed the video. So that's pressing the thumbs up and leaving a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget, let me know your thoughts in the comments below with your team prediction. It'd be very interesting to see people's teams for this. So let me know your team prediction and score prediction. Any Southampton fans, let me know your thoughts also in the comments below if you are watching this. Don't forget, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. And also go and check out my social media links, my Twitter and Instagram, in description below and popping up on screen too if you want to go and follow me on there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. League Cup, Carabao Cup. It's like a nice little break for us from like the high action Premier League games and the Champions League games, going to the League Cup, see what happens. Yeah, pretty decent. Looking forward to this game. Hopefully we can pick up a win. We'll have an analysis up at some point on Wednesday, probably towards Wednesday night, because I'm very busy, so I won't be able to do one after the game on Tuesday. So at some point Wednesday I'll have an analysis or a reaction or review or whatever you want to call them up, and I'll also have the preview for the Southampton match in the Premier League coming up towards the end of the week, probably around Thursday sometime, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So it's been JSGC. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now. 10 minutes. Yes.